Okay, hello everyone. So today I will be channeling your daily message for you. Okay, just burning some Palo Santo here. Oh my gosh. Okay. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to channel something earlier. It was in regards to religion. In my personal life, I have been like revisiting my childhood, like the religion I grew up on basically. Yes, which by the way is Eastern Orthodox faith. But as I gotten older, I've kind of, I've gone, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, I feel like I've gone a little loop-de-loop where I'm like, on one hand, feeling very close to God, but it's just not in the way that my faith would otherwise dictate I should be close to God, right? Like, there's a way I'm supposed to do it. Heavy air quotes around supposed to and way. And yeah, I've just been like thinking about it, and I mean, I have a very, I guess, holistic view of God, and not many people really resonate with that perception. I just find it to be the most truthful version of a deity, but and also the most accurate, because like this is the view of God that you'll find in like every other like religion. But anyways, so what's the daily message for my collective? I don't know if that really resonates with you guys if you've been revisiting religion, but this deck has some like religious cards, so we'll see what comes out for you. So we have the Queen of Coins in reverse. This is also the Queen of Pentacles. So there's something here about, I want to say like greedy, selfish behaviors. The Moon and the Nine of Swords. This is really interesting. So let me show you guys. The way, do you like how I have like 2 nails left? Also, if you want to check out the full video, we're coming close to the 3-minute timer. Then please look at the comment section where you have the link to the full video on my YouTube channel. This is, if this resonates with you so far, then this is your reading. But anyways, so I haven't even gotten into it too. That's what's crazy. But trust, if you found this video, it's meant for you. So I'll see you on the YouTube side. Anyway, to get into the explanation of these cards, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a very confusing energy. There's obviously the center here, the center point is fear. There's something that you are afraid of, afraid to address, afraid to look at. And I almost want to say it's shadow traits. Shadow traits could be what you're afraid of. It's something about like you can only bask in the moonlight because the sunlight is just too much light. It sheds too much on you. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like you are coming out of a period of sleepless nights. Okay, but the Nine of Swords, I really think like panicking, staying up all night, you're afraid, or maybe there's something or someone you are actually afraid of, and right now you're being called to face that fear. For those of you who resonate with that message, maybe it's something as simple as facing your fear of spiders. Okay, no matter what though, I think the fear is like changing how people perceive you, because you're so scared. Maybe you're scared to let go, maybe you're scared of moving forward, but because of this fear, you are unintentionally like being perceived as, I would say, this Queen of Coins. Okay, like this Queen of Coins is you, or maybe someone you deal with. If this is not, if this doesn't resonate with you, but this resonates with a friend, then send them this video, because maybe they need to know what's going on. But yeah, you guys, this is what I see here. Like with the Queen of Coins, it's something about you due to fear, due to anxiety, you're not coming off as your best self. And people, maybe perceiving you as such. But this fear could also have something to do with like, well, it could even have something to do with like pursuing your dream job, you know, and maybe you don't think you're good enough, but I think you should go for it, because honestly, if it is meant to be, it's meant to be. So yeah, we got the Four of Cups. Can I get it clarified for the Queen of Coins? Okay, so 2 cards came out. There's something in my eye. That sucks. So yeah, Temperance and the Page of Wands. So I'm not gonna like pay too close attention to the positions that these cards that came out in, mostly because they kind of just flew out. But I have a feeling that, so yeah, there's definitely something you want to pursue. With the Page of Wands, there's something you have potential for and you want to pursue. Also, my mom's calling me, so hey guys, sorry about that interruption. But back to what I was talking about. So yeah, Temperance. Learn to find the balance of things. Learn to find the balance of things. Learn how to keep your head in the clouds, but both feet planted in the ground. Okay, learn to not be overcome by fear, but instead see it as an obstacle, a challenge you can face. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I like to reflect on the things that I have survived, the things that I have triumphed over, if you will, to remind myself of how powerful I truly am. When I say this, growing up, standardized tests were the worst things to me. I never did good. I literally never did good in standardized tests. Anything that was like tests in general, to this day, I'm not particularly good at, unless it's something I studied really hard for. But even so, it's like, what I mean is like, I never thought I would be able to graduate like college and high school at the same time, but I tried it anyway. Or when I think about like how I had to take like my SATs, I didn't do well, but I mean, like, I passed. I think I passed. Is that really? I don't know. I didn't do well, but my point is, I survived that period. Okay, I survived high school, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't think I would. In the moment when I was going through the motions, when I was 16, 15, 14, okay, I didn't think I had what it would take in order to graduate. Um, or at least graduate like with honors, or graduate. I mean, I didn't do that, but like, my point is, because I feel like I'm not making my point very clear. I did do. I didn't think I did well. I didn't think I did very good, but that was mostly the fear talking. That was mostly my own insecurities talking. And actually, when I compared my results like nationally, right? Like when I compared my results to like how are other kids doing in other school districts, like I realized actually I was doing well for myself in comparison to some of my peers. No, maybe not so much. Because like I had like a 3.2 GPA in like high school. So, but I'm like a 4.0 student now, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, um, so in comparison, in high school, I wasn't doing very well, but in comparison to like the national average, I was passing above. I was passing more than just, I was doing more than just passing. I was like writing above that. I was actually doing well for myself. But the thing is, my anxiety, my fear was telling me otherwise. So I have to remind myself, okay, well, actually, I did survive that era of my life. I survived that period of time. I survived high school. I survived college. By the way, I just graduated from college, which is another thing. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, there were so many moments while I was pursuing this degree that I thought I would just drop out or quit, because that's what low-key what everybody around me was doing. And sometimes it just felt so monotonous, so like endless. Like I was like, am I ever gonna finish? Like, am I ever gonna get out of this place? Um, because it was my routine. I've been doing it for years, and it took longer than I thought. It took longer than expected to graduate, which was another thing, which I was freaking out about because I was like, damn, it took longer than expected. Like, is it ever gonna happen? Like, you know what I mean? And that's just fear talking. And I have a feeling that you guys also struggle with the same kind of thoughts. Y'all are also like, you know, you have all these hopes, all these dreams, but you're not completely sure how to pursue them. And there's something here about balance, okay? So what got me through my period of time, right, where I had to go to school and I wasn't like super feeling it, but I knew I needed to graduate anyway, was reminding myself that like it's not gonna last forever, okay? This is just for the period of time that is now, but eventually I will be done with this. And when I'm done with it, I can pursue the thing that I wanted to pursue with it, which was teaching abroad, because that's what I want to do in the long term. But right now we're seeing what other things exist for me out there in this big wide world. But yeah, like for so many of us, I feel like we get caught up in the moment, and then forget about the future and forget that it can be bright as well. And I have a feeling that you guys have sort of done that. Okay. And with the Four of Cups, there's something here about missing an opportunity. There's something here you may have missed out on because although you may be working on things, you weren't working on yourself. So maybe this could be something in dealings with like a loved one. Okay, there's somebody you liked. They may have offered you a cup and you forgot about it or you didn't realize it. Okay, on the back of the deck, I see two cards that are standing out to me. The King of Coins, okay, and also in the reverse position, but 10 of Coins as well. So there's something here about like the way to build long-term stability is to also start working on yourself. I feel like this is my collective that has some self-improvement left to do. So the Hermit card in reverse. Okay. Maybe you already know this because with the Hermit card, I see that you've already been aware. Okay, and you've been in a period of, I almost said hermitation. You've been in a period of being a hermit to try to figure it out. The High Priestess. Oh. I wonder if anything else is going to come out. Okay, and then the Nine of Coins. This card comes out like a lot. Okay, can I get a clarifier for the Nine of Coins? Okay, so you guys are being called to explore the unknown. Alright, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with doing this type of work, the shadow work. I mentioned this earlier, but here we are again with shadow work. That's what this message to me very clearly highlights. It's work on the unknown. And to me, I think that for you guys, it is working on the internal world. For many of you, you are probably unfamiliar with this. That's what I'm getting. Or maybe you are on the verge of you only just seen Ice Tip. That, what I'm talking about here, which is okay. So maybe some of you have been working on yourself. I feel like this is definitely a collective that is prone to self-improvement. However, I think you may or may not have reached some kind of blockade in your work. Okay, if that resonates with you. If you feel like you haven't been able to, like your hermit mode is still, like you're still in a hermit period of your life, but you feel like you're supposed to be out of it. It could be because there are still some blockages you need to work through, especially in regards to, I want to say, the heart chakra. I don't know why this card is making me think of the heart chakra, but it is. Okay, so with the Four of Cups, I really feel like there's been something that was offered to you that you ignored or rejected because maybe you felt like it wasn't good enough, or maybe you felt like it was too good. Either way, I think that there was something in this offer. You probably already know what it is, honestly. It couldn't even, you probably already know what it is, TBH. If something's coming to you right now, that's probably what that is. It could also just be it could have been a job offer as well. Like, it didn't have to be like romantic. It didn't have to be a friendship. It could just have been something that would have honestly been good for you. But maybe because your attention is focused elsewhere and not, I mean, well, I mean, that's what the Four of Cups typically talks about. But for you guys, I'm going to apply it a different way. This kind of energy, I feel like, for you is like, there's so many things it could be, honestly. I'm trying to figure out, like, what would resonate the most. Honestly, there's a lack of internal balance. There's a lack of feeling balance within yourself. Maybe you're a little too career driven, or maybe you're too something driven. Okay, like there's something that you've been focusing on, thinking that you just need to place all your attention here, but as a result you are missing out on other opportunities, and you're only missing out on these things because there is a whole world you haven't explored yet. And I want to say it's like your internal world, your shadow side, which for you could literally just be your emotions that you have been avoiding. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, I really see that to be the case. There's something here that has been, some truth, some light needs to be shed on, like some truth needs to be revealed on why you've been getting some like setbacks, especially financially. There's something here about needing to explore your internal world. And with the High Priestess, there's also the element of the unknown. So this is something you have not done before, and I think that you are being called to do it. And I feel like you're trying to convince yourself, or maybe you've already convinced yourself that, okay, well, I'm done working on myself now. Like, I did the work, I did the shadow work, I talked about my feelings, I went to therapy, etc., etc. It's over. So why do I feel like things are still slowed down for me, right? Like, you know, that's what I'm getting here with the Hermit and the High Priestess. But yeah, no, I don't see, I feel like the journey is far from over. I feel like you've only just begun, and once you kind of accept that, it'll be easier for the rest to happen naturally. So I'm gonna actually use this other deck. This is my Modern Witch tarot deck. It's very cute. I love the illustrations. Oh, look, the Nine of Pentacles. What else? Okay, so Justice in reverse. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't mind my commentary before I start to actually read the cards. Okay, so a few things came out, but I do want to accept this High Priestess. Repeat messages are golden. Alright, then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I feel like this Queen of Wands is an archetype of some sort. If I'm using that correctly, I don't know. Yeah, so I feel like this is another element of you or someone close to you. So look at the little black cat. How cute. Anyways, so for some of you, this is somebody you're trying to become. I feel like this Queen of Wands, I feel like you're trying to gain more confidence in yourself. Right? Or maybe people already see you as this Queen of Wands as well. But yeah, people can see you as multiple different things, but I feel like, honestly, you're being called to become this Queen of Wands. But there's something you are resisting. So right now you're this Queen of Pentacles, right? You're probably doing very well for yourself. But you also, laying dormant within you is this Page of Wands. Right, you have all this passion and you are meant to share your light with the world. There are things you're meant to create that only you can create. And you are being called to do this. You're being called to embark on this journey so you can become this queen. That's what all this is for. This period of working on your shadow traits is so that you can glow. A divinely orchestrated glow up. That's what I see right here for you guys. And with the High Priestess coming up again, I really feel like you guys are almost blocking yourself from this growth unintentionally by contributing to negative karmic cycles. Okay, so maybe there are some people that maybe you think gossiping is okay if under these X, Y, and Z conditions, but it's not actually. In fact, that's stunting your growth, spiritually speaking. You need to be around people who are also trying to become this Queen of Wands. And let me tell you this, the Queen of Wands is hot shit. She's too unproblematic to be gossiping right now, okay? Right. For some of you, it's like there are things and habits you need to leave behind. And this could be anything, but okay. Yeah, so I feel like there are certain types of people you date. Sorry if I'm calling you out. But I'm definitely about to call you out. So yeah, I feel like there may be, and again, take this if it resonates. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. It wasn't for you then. But yeah, with the Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups, I feel like you tend to date the romantic type that they talk. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this to you, or I can't wait to take you out here, but then they never do it. They literally just all talk and no show. And dating this type, being around these types of people is stunting your growth. Okay, and then we got another five of cups. This is like my regret card. This is the card that if it shows up, then somebody or something is in regret. But for you guys, it's like you need to let that go. I see it as you letting things go. You letting things go. Death. Yeah, you growing. This is permanent transformation. That's what the death card is. Okay, so I see for you guys that in this upcoming, probably next couple of weeks, months for some of you, right, you're going to embody these lessons. You're going to let go of things that don't serve you, such as the Knight and Page of Cups. Okay, these archetypes, these types of people. So the Knight is very dashing, is very charming, but he's also manipulative. The Knight makes big promises. This is the type of energy that it's like that dude that says, oh, like in the morning I'm gonna make you breakfast, you know, or whatever, and then like when you wake up he's gone. That's the type of energy that the Knight of Cups in reverse is giving me at this current moment. Okay, and then there's the Page of Cups. This is just somebody who looks like they have a lot to offer, but all they have is potential. This is the type of person that Ariana Grande was singing about. It was all of my head. You know what I mean? Like that. That basically, right? Like this is somebody that appears to have a lot of potential. Okay, this is somebody who, I mean, it's a page, so of course they have potential. They're anything but like hopeless, TBH. But in the reverse, maybe they hype up their potential. Maybe they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all this and more in a bag of chips. And then they don't do any of it. They don't do a single thing of it. Like, right? Like they don't even get the bag of chips. Like, but it's the thought that counts, right? Anyway, basically though, you're limiting yourself and you're realizing are limitations for you. So you're letting them go. And as a result of you letting them go, you are permanently transforming into this Queen of Wands, which is where your soul is taking you next. This is where you're meant to go next. Okay, you spent a lot of time in this Queen of Pentacles energy. For some of you, you literally could own some kind of business or company. Maybe some of you are like stay-at-home moms, and now you are investing in your time and your time and energy into pursuing your creative passions. That's what I see for some of you. But there's a lot here about growth, transformation. Yes. I'm gonna pull a few more cards and then I'm gonna end the reading. I'm like tired. Okay, so we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, this feels like advice. 8 of Wands. Okay, y'all. It'd be funny if the 7 of Wands came out next. But I feel like one more card. One more card, Spirit, to end the reading. Okay. Well, we got 2. Alright, so the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So there's a message here about not giving up. That's what I see here with the 9 of Wands. So I feel like you guys are on the verge of a breakthrough. That's also what 9s talk about, right? I think, or maybe I'm wrong about that. But for some of you, or for all of you, there's something here about you're on the verge of a breakthrough. With the 9 of Wands, I feel like maybe there's a project you're starting. If it's not a project, it's something. Okay, there's something here, something new that you have been building and working towards for a little while, and you're about to hear some good news. If this is in regards to a connection, then it's in regards to a connection. Maybe you've done the right thing and walked away from somebody, and now they're growing up. For others of you, oh my gosh, look, the 7 of Swords. For others of you, yeah, so yeah, with the Empress and the 7 of Swords, I really feel like this is an idea. This is some kind of idea that you guys are giving birth to. Okay, so if it's a business, passion project, whatever, okay, you're about to hear some good news from it. And it's coming to life. You're giving birth to it. This is your creation, your child. With the 7 of Swords, there's a message here about keeping it close to your heart. Maybe not everybody around you understands you as well as you understand yourself. Maybe there are things that only you and spirit can achieve together. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like sometimes other people are put in your path to sort of guide you towards it. It may seem like they throw you off, but actually, once you get back on, you're closer to spirit, closer to your mission than you ever were before, if you hadn't met that person, right? So it's like, I feel like for some of you, you may be around people who don't understand you, who don't understand your wisdom, your spirit, your light, the things you are meant to do in this lifetime, and you're being called to keep them to yourself at this present moment until you can hear this good news and do with it what you will. But yes, I'm really happy for you guys too. I'm glad that I can end on a high note. But it looks like things are cheering up for you, so cheer up. Y'all know Twice. I don't know if you know Twice. If you don't know Twice, damn, but cheer up, baby. Cheer up, baby. You know, that's what they be doing. That's what they be singing. So, okay, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know how the video resonated with you.